Hello, hello. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have joined me today for my Simple Sunday video. We've been going through some items in the mini catalog, and I'm going to show you some fun that I had this week. All right. In the mini catalog, there is something just for dads. And this is our Trusty Tools. And it comes in a bundle if you want it. The stamp set's just $24, but if you want the bundle for $54.75, you can get the stamp set and the die cuts. And what's cool about that is if you purchase those items, because it's $50 or more, you can get the DSP or the Designer Series paper along with it for free. So keep that in mind. All right, here we go. This is what the Trusty Tools stamp set looks like. And I am going to be using the Happy Father's Day stamp. And then this is the die cut. There's tons of stuff in here to choose from. It's just unbelievable what you can do. And so we're going to make two cards today. One's going to be a birthday card, and the other one, a very simple birthday card, and the other one is going to be a Father's Day card. Now, what I'm going to show you today, well, let's just start with the paper first. This is what the Designer Series paper looks like. All right, that's one sheet. And the back of it is a graph. You'll see some of these things are torn apart or because I was cutting things out. Some screwdrivers, I think that's so cute. And then just a plain grayish background. These are some hammers and nuts and bolts. And this is like those cabinets, those tool chests, with some more nuts and bolts. Or screws, basically. Excuse me, screws. Okay, then we have some rulers. And I'm going to call it, what do they call them? It's not the grid board, but the board that they can have to hang things on. And then this is the other tool one. It's a little smaller. Excuse me. It's a little smaller and compared to the first one I showed you. And its backside is just a plain Lost Lagoon color. Okay? All right. Here we go. So those are the papers. And that's what you can get for free. Okay? Now we're going to start with our birthday card. What I'm doing is I'm doing some really simple birthday cards. I know I told you I was in the midst of making cards for my family, and this is the one that I could come up with for the guys. Because all the masculine stuff I have doesn't relate to the men in my life at all. None of my nephews, my brother-in-law, I mean, none of them. Well, my husband, it would probably, and I have to make his yet, so we'll see. But anyway, I decided to do something totally different. And that is I just drew this splotch that I thought I could get away with making look like it was just a puddle of paint, I guess you could say. And so I'm just going to cut that out real quick. And I had already stamped this ahead of time, making sure it would work because I was having trouble with the stamp. So I don't know exactly what went wrong. However, I was at my church yesterday for our card ministry, and we were making cards, and we had some of those photopolymer stamps, and man, I was having trouble with the one. It just would not take the ink and press it down. And we tried the Memento Tuxedo Black. We tried the StazOn. She finally got out VersaFine ink, and that worked. So I'm learning that different things work. So I might have to get some VersaFine because that might have been the problem with this ink stamp. Anyway, I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this real quick. And we're going to put this puddle down. Now what you want to do is, oh, and then the other thing that I wanted to tell you, you can take these stamps, stamp your images, color them, and then cut them out with your die cuts. But the cards that I'm showing you today, I'm showing you a real easy way that it can be done so that you don't have to worry about the color, okay? And so what I did is I went into our papers, the designer series paper, and I chose paintbrushes and different things that I wanted to use. And you'll see that in the Father's Day card too. So, and that makes it so easy, especially for those of you who are beginner card makers or have never done this before. It's really easy to just cut them out. And there's your card. I'll show you the other ones that I made. They were so simple to do, but I thought they turned out pretty cute. There's one, and that one, and that one. So there you have it. Those are the cards. And lots of fun to do with those. You want to find designer series paper that kind of has a paint look to it. These papers were from an old set. You can't get them anymore. It was called, what was it called? Something floral. And the back sides all had this painted look to it. So I chose that paper. One of the new papers in the mini catalog, or I should say in the Celebration catalog, is our Valentine cards. Now, Valentine's paper. That has, let me see. What did I do with it? Here it is. I had to remember what I did with it yesterday. I'm sorry. This has some paper that's marbly like paint, and you could use something like that. When you see designer series paper, it's real easy to use this type of paper. So I'll show you this. This is our Valentine's paper that came out in the Celebration catalog. And whoop, I got some different things mixed up. So you can get this swirly gold one, and that side, I think that looks really cool too. Then there's the plaid, kind of a plaid, and then pink hearts, some gold foiled flowers, and some little dotted hearts, actually. Here's some more gold foil. And then this one. All right, so those are the different types that you can get. This one was also on top. I didn't have 2 sheets of it. That's why it confused me, because I used one already. But this also has this swirly thing if you want to use it with paint. I chose not to. I was going to, and then I thought that's too pinkish for a man. So I decided not to use it. But anyway, that's our Valentine's one, and you want to look for designer series paper like that will give you that paint look like you're doing an artistic project. So keep that in mind when you are looking to do something like that. All right, I'm going to keep this out. And now I'm going to attempt to do this Father's Day one. This one takes a little bit more work because I had to cut out a lot of tools and stuff, but I think it's going to be fun. All right, I'm going to put our inside on right away, or in, I should say. Don't worry about any measurements or anything like that. You can go to my blog to get all of those if you're interested in making this type of card. And I will get that information to you in the description of everything with this video. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Happy Father's Day stamp. And I think I'm actually going to fold this over so I don't get the bump of the card in there. And I'm going to stamp Happy Father's Day right on top, towards the top there. I'm going to try using my Father's Day, or my Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm just going to stamp it off on my paper first to make sure. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then we're just going to put that right there. Okay. Then here's that grid board that I was kind of talking about that we can put tools on, okay, or that the men have. I can't think of what it's called. It's not called a grid board, but my mind is like gone with the idea of what it is. And then I have to make sure I made this. I cut this strip out so that it had like a shelf that I can put stuff on, okay? So that's why that's there. And I'm going to put that, I use the mini dimensionals on this because it's only 1/4 of an inch wide. And I'm just going to center that on the bottom of the card. Okay? These are all very easy because they're going to be used with dimensionals and that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to use one there, and then I think I'm going to take a mini and put it right there. I'll flip it over to make sure. Nope, it's not showing, so that's good. And then we're just going to lay this on our shelf. Okay, then I have a pencil, and this one I'm going to use the minis with as well because it's very narrow. I'm hoping that the minis won't even show on the edge. I don't know. I might have to, oh, yep, it does show a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do with these is we are going to take, let's see, I might need at least 4 of them. So I'm going to take 2 of these and I'm going to cut them in half. And I'm going to put one half there. One half on this side. Paper's coming off already. Let me see. Being a little stubborn. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of my halves. They're so tiny that they're hard to manipulate a little bit. Okay, there we go. And my last one. There we go. That'll work. Then I'm going to tear this paper off of these. Oh, I think that one's already done. All right. And then that, my pencil's going to lay on the shelf that way. Okay, then I am going to take my hammer. I think I'm going to use one more right there. Oops, I might have gotten that one over too far. If I did, I thought so. Yeah, that should have worked. It's still a little over. It gets more narrower there, so I'm just going to trim this part off. And then I had these all figured out as to how I was going to set them on, so we'll figure it out here. All right. Then this one, I think I'm going to cut this in half too, just to be on the safe side. Some of these narrow pieces, it's better off to do it that way. Okay. And we're going to put this on here. This one looks like it's thick enough, so I don't have to cut one. And this goes here. There we go. And there's the Father's Day card. Isn't that cute? And it's real simple to do. Let's see if I like this better with that on top of there. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I know what was bothering me. This thing. Now I ruined that. Well, not ruined it, but let's bring it up a little bit. There, that way it's not completely on that tape measure. There we go. These are really easy to make. It's just die cut everything. This is even a die cut itself. This little grid board right here. And you just put it all together. And Dad's got a little tool card, and Son's got the paint end of it, and they just make really cute cards. So that's what we have for the men in our lives today. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and don't forget, if you want to get this set, if you want to do this Father's Day thing, get that bundle, and then you can get that paper for free. So make sure that you're watching that carefully and can get everything that you need. All right? You have a fantastic Sunday, what is left of it. And be sure to go to my blog spot to get all the measurements and products that you will need. And you can go to my store to shop for those products. Thank you so much. You have a fantastic day, and I will see you on Tickle Tuesday. Bye now.